Hey, Next 50, Coach Valerie here, hashtag Pajama Jam, here with a level 1 workout, and we are doing leg day. So we're going to start out with our regular warm-up, those 1-minute cardio sets, and then we're going to really put a lot of emphasis on doing lunges, a lot of leg focus while we're sitting in our chair or on our bench. So all you're really going to need here is just a set of handhelds. And I think we're only using them twice, but you do want to have them handy and close by. Other than that, you need your chair, and this chair is very important. I need to put my sit bones right down the edge of the seat. So I'm sitting with those bones touching. This leaves my hamstring, that back of the leg, that big muscle there, totally free. I do not want to be sitting back in the chair because this blocks the movement of both my hamstring and that hip flexor. I cannot quite get that height that I need. So try to come a little bit further forward on the edge of that seat. As always, sit a tall head, heart, and hips. I'll be walking you through all the lunging positions very slowly. Leg days are more about long holding position. So don't worry about time. Don't worry about trying to rush and catch up or anything. Hopefully you never do anyway. But again, we're going to be moving slowly, dynamically, and we're going to really put a lot of emphasis on breathing. So with that said, we're going to be warming up first. So make sure that you're on the edge of that seat. Sit up nice and tall. I'm going to go ahead and start the clock for our cardio section. And we're just going to begin with a simple jog. As always, I'm sitting up tall. Those fingertips are lightly touching that rib cage, and those elbows are way back, and my hands and arms are very close to my body. I'm touching the floor lightly with the tips of my toes or my feet there, so do not slam into the floor. And as always, try to coordinate that breathing with the movement. So here I could have a 2-2 breath, which is breaking up my inhale into 2 pieces, and then breaking up the exhale the same way. Coordinating that breathing with the movement is integral to exercise. It just astounds me how many individuals that I encounter every day in my teaching classes or in just in regular conversations who have never coordinated their breathing with their movement. And I think a lot of that, when they don't do that, is because they get frustrated because they feel like they're always getting out of breath when they're exercising. Well, I get out of breath when I'm exercising if I'm not coordinating my breathing movement. So put those two together, and you can create stamina. All right, right here, we're going to open it up. We're going to go into a nice jumping squat. So my hands are down. I'm sitting up tall. Big inhale. Exhale, I'm going to jump. And notice I'm not going up and down really fast with those knees. I'm trying to get to what's called hang time. I'm trying to hang. I'm trying to see how much longer I can hold that position. Inhale, exhale, inhale. And hang time is really working on my balance because I have to keep that chest up, that sternum in that upright position. Working on those hip flexors, making those strong legs. You got to hold that position up. So a little pause, little pause. Again, make sure you're coordinating that movement and breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one. And right here, we're going to bring those feet in, and those feet are always, the knees are right always beneath those knees. And my knees should be at least 2 of my fist distance apart. That's actually the same distance as a dumbbell. Right there, same distance. Okay. So right here, we're going to be doing an alternating knee squeeze with a push. So I'm going to inhale. Exhale, pull one knee in, sit up tall, and heel press. Push that heel forward. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that leg. And we're going to alternate. Inhale. So I'm really trying to get that leg as tight as I can. Push, push, push that heel, curl those toes back. That beautiful dorsal flexion. And here I'm trying to pull that knee in and not shrug, but keep that chest up. Height really doesn't matter here. I have very good flexibility, so I can get that leg way up there. But it can also be here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Pull it down. Push, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So height is not important. Lift it up as high as you feel comfortable. Squeeze, squeeze. Last one. Woo. Shake that out. We're going to open up those legs. We're going to have a hopscotch jump. Make sure again that you're still sitting there on the edge of that seat. Bring those hands here to dead center. So I'm going to right over, left, open, and jump. Then left, open, and jump. Right, open, and jump. I inhale here, and exhale. Those people who really want to go fast, if you still have the breath to speed it up, then speed it up. If you find yourself getting out of breath, then slow it back down and coordinate that breathing. Once again, this is creating stamina. That's that long endurance. Just keep on keeping on. Make sure those legs are wide and you jump. Almost there. Don't give up on me now. Once again, this is leg day. So we want to wear those legs out. Make them strong. Make us more stable when we're standing. And we're walking and doing our daily chores. Almost there. Woo. And right there. Shake that out. Oh. All right, so now we have a calf stretch. I'm going to come right back to that position where my knees and my heels are lined up, and those knees are just right there, 2 fist distances apart. I'm going to sit up tall, edge of that seat. I'm going to push that right heel forward. That heel is on the ground. Those toes are pointed up and curling back towards me. I want to inhale, pull up, and create space in my spine. Then pull my chest and chin as far forward as I can. I'm not coming down to my toe. I'm going past my toe. So I'm sitting up tall here. Stay where you're at. If I need to turn sideways, for example, edge of that seat, heel pressed out. That nice flat back, head, heart, hips. And as far down as I can, if I can, put my arms on top of that knee, or if I can totally collapse down and feel comfortable, always go to your comfort zone. Always challenge yourself. Sometimes we get stuck in our comfort zone. We think, well, this is the way I've always done it. No, challenge yourself. See how far you can actually go. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Big breaths. All right, we're going to inhale, pull this straight back up. Woo, bring those legs in and shake it out, shake it out. We're going to do the same thing. Other leg, check that distance again. Push that other heel out, curl those toes back. Inhale, create space in the spine. Pull up. Exhale, pull forward, pull forward. So again, so maybe I'm here, you know, with my hands on top of that knee, or maybe I can get that one elbow, maybe I can get both of those elbows, or maybe I can get that chest. You know, sometimes we can get really low, but only for a short period of time. So what we do there is we kind of like play with our breath a little bit. So for example, let's say I'm comfortable right here, but I think I can go a little bit lower. So I can inhale right here. Exhale, drop, 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 drop. Woo! Still in that dorsiflexion, still flat back. Inhale, pull it up. Same thing. Maybe I can reach for that toe. I can inhale. Oh, past it, past it, past it. Not trying to touch it. I'm trying to reach past it. Inhale. Exhale. So again, you know, you're only limited by your imagination. Challenge yourself. Step outside your comfort zone next 50. Actually step outside what society tells you what you can and cannot do. You know, we get to be a certain age and society says, oh no, you shouldn't be doing that because you're old. No. Challenge the status quo. All right, we're gonna pull that right back up. Woo, shake that out. We're gonna go right back into a jog again to really shake that out. So here we go, big arms. Once again, those fingers are lightly touching that rib cage and that elbow is pointing way back. Get those shoulders in motion, get those legs in motion, lightly touching the floor. Get that nice choo-choo breath. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Choo-choo is a really good breath for jogging. It's a nice steady rhythm, great pace. All right, without even skipping a beat, without even stopping to think about it, we're gonna go right into straight leg reaches. That doesn't mean you have to touch. We're just gonna start reaching for that opposite toe, opposite hand, opposite toe. Now also what I'm doing is I'm trying to straighten out my leg. Keep moving. So from the side, I'm trying to push that heel forward to come into that dorsal flexion. Push it forward, push it forward. So as you can tell, height really doesn't matter. Straightening out that leg is it's really important. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Move that body, slightly twisting here. Woo. Push that leg straight. Push that leg straight. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Cut this down to more of a 1-1 breathing. 1-1 is considered basically a sprint breath. Because I'm moving so fast, I'm breathing a lot faster. Again, it can be low, but do try to straighten out that leg. Or it can be high. Comfort zone. What feels natural for you? Almost there. And right there. Woo! Shake that out. All right, once again, we're going to open that up. And you may want to open up a little bit wider. It depends on your leg distance. So my heels are still right beneath those knees. I'm going to pick up my right foot and put it directly on top of my thigh. It's not dangling over. Don't do that. Put it here. When I put it on top, yes, it's tight. We're really working that IT band, really working all those muscles in the leg, and the hip, and the lower back, working that knee, working these ankles here. There's a lot of ligaments here in that foot, so I don't want to dangle it. I really want to wake up those ligaments and strengthen that ankle unit. So here I'm just sitting up nice and tall. If you're here, stay here. If you're unable to get your foot completely on top of the thigh, then kind of drop it to the inside so that tall as you're holding it. Or maybe you can have it here pressed against the calf, holding onto that knee. Notice this other leg is not moving. It's not flapped out to the side, still straight up and down. Stay where you're at. Again, if this is a little bit more challenging, then open up those legs and take this one foot and kind of walk it over to the other. So the bottom of the foot's touching the side of the foot. This allows that ankle to still flex, that knee to fall outwards, and that hip. Remember, we're all in different places. We just need to find where we're at and what we're capable of doing to always challenge ourselves. I've seen individuals come from this position to raise it up, to actually crossing it over a little bit, to being here, to being all the way up here. So be patient with yourself. All right, so we're going to finish that up. So we're going to grab this knee, pull it in, get those ligaments and tendons back in shape, heel press, push it out. Woo! Shake it out, other side. So again, if I can get my foot directly on top of the thigh, do that. Sit up tall. And just enjoy that big, beautiful stretch. Try not to shirk away from it. Try to pull, sitting straight up, head, heart, and hips. Stay where you're at if you're here. Again, if you need to be a little bit further down, or if you need to walk that foot over, really kind of drop that down, sit up tall, let that stretch happen. Find that position where you can, hold it and breathe. Try not to hold your breath. Try not to breathe fast. Always inhale deeply. Exhale completely. A little bit longer here. Last big breath. And again, pull that knee up into the chest. Ooh, allow all those muscles and connective tissue to go back into place. Heel press. Oh, push it out. And go ahead and stretch that out. Woo-hoo. All right, so from here, we're going to be going into our lunging position. So if you'd like to hydrate at this point, go ahead and take a small drink. You really don't need a large drink to start class with. It's usually only after we've been really sweating a lot. So otherwise, I'm going to reset our clock. Because again, we have some really nice long holds coming up. And we're going to be focusing on the lunge. So to begin, again, make sure that your sit bones are on the edge of your seat. This is the front. I'm facing the front. You have a right side of your chair and a left side of your chair. Okay? So both of my knees together, my hands are on my knees. I'm going to take this right hand, this right knee, I'm going to take this right leg out to the side. I am still facing the front. I'm going to grab on right between my legs to that chair, and that other hand's on the outside of that thigh. So I'm holding on, and I'm going to pivot. So I'm just going to lift up and turn and face the right. So from this position, my butt is on the chair. My thigh is also on the chair. I'm very secure on this one side of my body. This other side, this butt cheek, is actually hanging off. It can be slightly on, but the more can hang off to drop that knee, the better. Look at that nice straight line again. I got my head, my heart, and my hip all the way down to that knee. This back foot, I need to be up on the toe. And those toes need to be facing in the same direction that I'm looking. So if I can, I'm going to see if I can straighten out that leg and sit up tall. Another thing I could try to do is push the heel backwards as if I was trying to touch it to the floor. If you're able to do that, you're going to feel this very intense hip flexor stretch, and that's a great thing. Notice I'm still holding onto my chair back here, or I can be holding it here. I just want to sit here and stretch this out. So I'm not in this resting position. I got a little bit further back, maybe a little bit further back, and maybe really push it back. It's all on you, what you feel comfortable with. So we're just breathing here, inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Again, if this big stretch becomes too intense, we can always modify that. So I can inhale, woo, relax out a little bit, come to that basic lunge. Exhale, push it back. Inhale, loosen it up. Exhale, push it back. It's important that at no time that I'm leaning forward. I'm always sitting up straight. If you're okay here, if you're thinking, well, hey, Valerie, this is pretty darn easy, then hold on to your chair, sit up nice and tall, pull that spine straight up. Exhale, lean the chest backwards. Now notice I'm still pretty straight, so I'm not doubling up or bowing or anything like that. I'm holding on to the chair. It's like I'm just pulling up my chest and then pushing the chest backwards. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, push back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, push back. I can even do this in that more comfortable, basic resting position. Inhale. The thing about exercise, I think, that really confuses people is that there's so much going on at any given time. So if we got the front part, then we've forgotten the bottom part, and vice versa. So it takes a lot of mindfulness. This is why I'm always hashtagging next 50 mindfulness, because it takes a lot of concentration to exercise. Now with that said, let's go ahead and hold on. Oh, pull that leg back in. Pivot back to the front. Make sure those sit bones are still in that chair. Woo! Shake it out. We're going to do the other side. Knees are together. Left side goes out. I'm still facing the front. I'm going to hold onto that chair, middle and side. I'm going to pivot. Now I'm facing the left. I'm going to come into that basic lunge position. So I get this nice straight line all the way down. Those back toes are pointing the same direction as my eyes. I'm going to try to straighten out that leg and sit up tall. This is all I'm doing. I'm going for the stretch. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Again, I have variations here. I can hold on to this chair. Inhale, pull that spine up. Exhale, it's like I'm pushing the chest back. I'm not moving my head. I'm just like somebody's pushing me. Inhale up. Again, I can be in that more comfortable position while doing that. Or again, I can do just the leg work. That knee is down. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Woo. Inhale, relax. Exhale, extend. Or you could just simply hold this stretch and focus on that technique. Focus on sitting up straight. Focus on those back toes facing the same direction as the right. Focus on pushing that heel. If I can relax a little bit, inhale. Exhale, push that heel. Woo, go for that big stretch. Again, you're only limited by your imagination here. Deeply. Exhale completely. Doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you get that deep, slow breath. All right, right here, nice and relaxed. Woo! Bring that back into the front, edge of that seat. Shake it out, shake it out. All right, so next up, we get to grab those weights. So we're going to be facing the front. Nice, easy position for us. So edge of that seat, get those feet with that dumbbell apart. So my hands are facing, my elbows are tight, and I'm going to be doing a lifted knee with a push press. So big inhale right here. Just look at that clock real quick. Here we go. Big inhale. Exhale, push and lift that knee. Inhale, exhale. I am alternating those legs. I'm trying to get that knee as close to my chest as possible. And I'm also trying to keep my elbows very close inside my body. Remember, it's always like you're working in a very tiny space, a very tight space. Like there's walls to your left and to your right. So you can't push those arms out. They have to stay inside those hips. Always when we're pushing, we're going to try to hit that arm and ear. So that arm and ear right next to each other. Even if it takes you a little bit longer, push, 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 push. Lift that chest, push. Remember next 50, that shoulders We really lose that upper body strength as we age, so it's very important to maintain it. And how we maintain it is pushing over the top of the head, weights or no weights. Push, try to get that arm in there side by side. Try to straighten out that arm, no bent elbow. Stay with me. Told you these are long sets. Almost there. I'm going to do one more. Ooh. Woo-hoo. Go ahead and put those weights down. Kick it out a little bit. I'm going to do another lunge, so those knees are in front. Hands on those knees. Take that right leg out to the side. I'm still facing the front. Hands in the middle, hands on the outside. Pivot to the right. Drop that left hip down, that left knee down. Now I can either stay in this position or I can be in more of a full reaching position here. I'm sitting up straight. I am holding onto my chair for this entire exercise. I want to maintain my balance. But again, you should have your butt and your thigh on that chair. So this is my big inhale position. Exhale, I'm going to pull that leg forward, pull that knee into my chest and squeeze. Notice I'm sitting up straight. I'm not hunched over. Inhale. Exhale. Big breaths right here. This is called the runner's lunge. Beautiful for the hips, the flexors, for the posture, for that lower back, for that lower belly. Again, I can either be full extension here, or I can be a partial extension. I can either be in that resting position. Find what works best for you. That's another thing I hear a lot from people who try to follow these exercise videos. Not mine, because I give lots of instructions. Is that, you know, you're following this video with this 20-year-old girl, and she's telling you do this, but I'm in an over 50 body. I need to work at my rate, my speed, my comfort, but at the same time, I need to be challenging myself. If I'm watching somebody and I can't keep up with them, it's frustrating. Inhale, exhale. So do what you can do. Almost there. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Woo, exhale. Almost there, almost there. And right here, big squeeze. Woo. Bring that back to the front. Oh, shake it out, shake it out. All right, guys, we got that other side. So I'm on the edge of my seat, left side. Hold on to that chair. Pivot. Make sure that butt and that thigh is still on that chair. Drop down that butt cheek, drop down that knee. All right, so set it nice and tall. Again, I am firmly holding onto this chair. Whatever extension you can get. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Once again, these are nice long sets. So there's no rushing on your part. You don't got to worry about the clock. Sometimes the clock can be a little bit stressful. You feel like you have to, rush and keep up. Again, I don't want you to do that. This is your exercise. That's why we're hanging out here in the pajama jam. Nice and comfortable. Very relaxed. No pressure. Do what you can do. Again, I can do that nice little straight down. Pull it up. I can do that little middle position. That knee is slightly behind that hip. Exhale, pull it up. I can go for that big full extension. Just be mindful those toes are always pointing the same direction as your face. Big stretch, big breath. Really pull that knee into that chest as best you can. Pull it tight. Don't slump those shoulders. Sit up tall. Almost there, guys. Oh, looks like we got one more go. Come on, big stretch, pull it out. And exhale. Woohoo! Bring that back into your center. Shake it out, shake it out. All right, so we got some nice weighted skaters. So we're gonna go back to our weights here. Weighted skaters are a lot of fun. They're as much fun as the standing skaters. So again, I want to work on this distance, and this distance is important because I'm always going to be bringing one of my legs back over here. This is going to be my stable leg, my right leg. So that left leg's going to go out to the side. These hands are up, palms are facing, those elbows are tight. So I'm just simply going to go down over the top of that leg. So I got weights on the left and the right here. I'm going to hammer curl that right back up and switch leg positions. Again, this is that stable leg because I'm going down right over the top of that leg, up and down. So let's go ahead and start that clock. Here we go from the starting position. Big inhale, exhale. Again, notice I'm very close to my thigh at all times. I don't want to fall down through the middle. So those hands are always on the left or the right of that leg. That's giving me the most stability, most security. The other leg's always that nice little heel press. It's not a real tight heel press. It's more of a comfortable heel press, which means that my heel is still down and my toe is still pointing back towards me, but my knee is a little bit soft. Keeping those elbows very close to the body at all times. Those palms are always facing. And that chest is up. I'm not looking down. Don't need to be looking down. I need to be looking straight ahead. I love long sets. You know, we talked earlier about coordinating that breathing with the movement and how that really helps with stamina. Long sets, 2 minutes long, 3 minutes long, that builds endurance, which is something that seems to be Next 50 has a challenge with sometimes. So doing that long set is good for you. Builds that endurance. You got about 10 more seconds. Stay with me, come on. You're right there. Woo! Let's put those weights down. Yay. Let's shake it out a little bit. I can go right back to those lunges. So again, I'm on the edge of those feet. Those legs together, my hands on that knee. That right leg is out to the side. I'm gonna hold on to my chair. I'm gonna pivot. That butt cheek and that thigh is still in that chair. This other butt cheek is hanging off and that knee is down. I am sitting up nice and tall. Now I can either be in this box position, this nice straight line, or I can extend this back. Make sure those toes are bent and they're facing the same direction as your face here. Big inhale, we're gonna twist and look over the opposite shoulder. So that same leg that's here bent, I'm going to inhale, pull up, create space in my spine. I'm going to exhale, I'm going to turn. Now I place this left arm on the outside of my right leg, and this helps me twist and really get that rib cage moving. And I'm either going to look directly behind me, or I'm going to look over my right shoulder. Maybe I can look back and see that back foot. So I'm sitting up tall, inhale deeply, exhale completely. Those long holds of the breath. Breathe. Keep turning. See how far you can turn. Keep that chin up, parallel with the earth. Turn with your eyes as well. Don't be looking around the room. Keep looking over that shoulder, or wherever you can get those eyes to look. Deep breaths. Stay with me, stay with me. Almost there, guys. All right, right there. Woo! Relax that leg. Hold on to that chair. Pivot back to your center. Oh, woo-hoo. Shake it out, shake it out. Here we go. Knees in front. Left side out to the side. Hold on to that chair. Pivot. Drop that knee back. Take it all the way back if you can. Be mindful of that foot and toe position. Sit up tall. Inhale. Create space in that spine by lifting. Exhale, turn and look behind you. Again, I'm always turning in the direction of the bent knee. I'm always trying to keep my shoulders straight and parallel with the earth. Trying to keep that chin up. And if I can look straight back, that's great. And if I can look over the opposite shoulder and maybe even see that back foot in my peripheral, even better. So big inhale. Exhale. Again, this back leg can be a big, beautiful, full extension, or it can be a medium extension, or it can be that more relaxed extension. Because we're really focusing on that twist, trying to twist from the navel up. Breathe. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Long holds are about holding a position that may be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's about really focusing on that breath. Stay with me, next 50. One more deep and slow. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Woo! Relax. Bring that back in. Oh, shake it out, shake it out. How's that body feeling? Woo-hoo. All right, we're going to do a perpendicular lunge here. So once again, my knees are here in the front. Take that right leg out to the side. It's pointing out to the right. Listen carefully. I'm going to hold on to my chair. I'm going to pivot. So I have not moved my left leg. Instead, I'm holding onto my chair, and I'm going to straighten out that left leg straight out to the front of my chair. I'm in a heel press position, so the heel is touching, those toes are curled back. For safety, I'm going to pull my front, which is my right knee, and my right heel. I'm going to pull that heel slightly forward of the knee. This gives me a very secure position. I'm going to hold onto my chair. I'm going to inhale, stretch up. Exhale, pull my chest and chin forward. Inhale, pull up. It's very important that I keep this heel in this forward position, so I do not come out of this chair. As I'm focusing on inhale, lifting, and exhale, pulling that chest and chin forward. That straight leg in the front is straight. That heel is in flex position, and those toes are curled back. Again, range of motion is totally up to you. I can inhale, pull up, exhale, lean slightly forward, inhale, pull up. Do not skip on this inhale, stretch up. I'm trying to create space in my spine. And then the shrinkage occurs when we get older. We start getting a little bit shorter. So every time we're inhaling, stretching up in these exercises that we do in all of my videos, you're creating space, you're working those muscles, which in turn is strengthening those bones. And that combination is helping us to maintain our height. But remember too, maintaining that height, not shrinking as you age, is not just exercise, it's also nutrition. You pull chest and chest. Oh. All right, pull that up. Woo! Hold on to that chair. Pull that front leg back in. Oh! Pull that back around to the front. Shake it out, shake it out. All right, we can do that other side. So again, my knees in the front. Take that left side out. Hold on to that chair. Pivot. Drop that knee. Oh, sorry. Perpendicular. Take it out to the front, out to the front. So again, I have this left leg facing the left, have that right leg facing the front. That's the beauty of doing a live video. It's always raw and real. There's no special effects, no editing, no sparkling. This is just me and you guys. So straight leg, heel press. Pull this heel slightly forward. Hold on to this chair. Inhale, straighten out. Exhale, pull forward. Inhale, pull it up. Focus on extension. Focus on making yourself tall right here. Use that chair. Push down, pull up. And pull forward. Again, this front leg is always straight, always in a heel press, so it's always engaged, it's never soft. Front. Big inhale, create space in the spine. Remember, the body loves space. Body's not happy with bone on bone. So if we can, we try to create space. Really challenge those muscles to reach. Almost there, guys. I'm going to do one more. Up. Pull forward. Woo. Inhale, pull that up. Relax that front leg. Take a second. Pivot back to your front. Shake it out. Very exciting. Very exciting. In fact, we get to turn the page. Yay! 2-page workout. Nothing better. We have a nice alternating oblique here. So edge of that seat. Those feet are wide. Those elbows are up there. Shoulder level. So start that clock. Inhale. Exhale. Opposite knee. Opposite elbow. Inhale. Alternating. This is another one of those exercises people want to totally throw breathing out the window. And that's not a good idea, because this is a great opportunity to really focus on that diaphragmatic breath. So here's that big gigantic opening. If I turn sideways, keep moving. Take that big gigantic diaphragmatic breath, and as I exhale, I crunch that navel back into my spine and get really tight here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This constant pumping here is a form of abdominal bracing. So it really helps tighten my core. In this case, it's really focusing a lot on my abdominal wall. That's why it's called abdominal bracing. So it's basically like I'm doing a sit-up, but I'm in that very protective back position. So I'm shredding my spine, sitting up tall. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Keep those legs wide. Sometimes those feet have a tendency to travel. Remember, these are long sets, guys. Keep those arms up. Elbows at shoulder level. Squeeze. Squeeze. Almost there. Right there. Oh, shake it out. All right, we got one more lunge and we'll go right into recovery. So bring those legs back in. We're going to be using one handheld weight. So sitting up nice and tall, right knee, right to the side. Hold on to that chair. Pivot. So that butt and that thighs on that chair, that other butt cheek's hanging off. Go for either a full extension or that half or medium extension. Find your place. It's very important that this heel is pulled forward. Do not have it behind or underneath. Have it in front. This is important. I'm in a one-way position. This elbows tight. My palms are facing. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to come down, pulling my chest and chin forward, pass this underneath that front leg, and sit up, other hand. You guys ready? Let's go ahead and start that clock. Inhale, exhale, inhale, X. And notice I'm moving my hands in relationship with each other. This creates a muscle memory. This is exactly what I'm doing, whether my hand is empty or not. And try not to look down for the past. You know exactly where those hands are at. Keep looking straight ahead, keeping that back in a nice stable position. Inhale, exhale, inhale, X. Elbows are tight and close to the body, elbows in that waistline, palms are always facing. From that back leg, I can be in this more comfortable position when that knee is pointed down. I can be in that medium position. I can be that full extension. I think I passed from the front there. Again, raw and real, it happens. Woo-hoo, almost there, guys. How's that butt feeling? Mine's burning. Almost there. Right there. Woo! All right, nice and easy. Bring that leg in. I'm gonna grab the clock. We're gonna come back to the front. Oh, shaky, shaky. Put that weight down on that left side because my hands on those knees. That left knee is going out to the side. I'm going to hold on to that chair. I'm going to pivot. Get that one butt cheek dropping down. I can be in this nice neutral position, medium position, or full-on extension. This front heel needs to be in front of that knee. Do not tuck it under. You will come off of this chair. We do not want to hurt ourselves. We're trying to get stronger. So grab onto that weight. Once again, elbows in the waistline. Go ahead and reset that clock. Here we go. Inhale. Down and up. Once again, don't look. No reason to. You know where your hands are at. You can feel those hands up underneath that leg. Trust yourself. Great breathing exercise, great coordination with the movement and the breath. It's easier to move forward here on that inhale. Inhale, exhale. It actually mimics the kettlebell. Kettlebell is always in a forward inhale, then an exhale up. And the exertion does always occur during the exhale. I always say exertion, EX. Exhale, EX. And the exertion here is me lifting all the way back up. I'm really using all of those muscles to pull up. This is easy dropping down. Yeah, it's pulling back up. So there's my exertion. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Almost there. See, we got two more here. And right here. Woo! All right, hold on to that chair. Bring those legs back in. Drop that weight down. Oh, shake it out, shake it out. That puts us right into recovery. Oh, yay. Open up those legs. Pull the heels again in front of those knees. You're going to do a little windmill. Again, we're going to be focusing, lifting the spine straight up. Now, this upper position is important. My hands are straight up, and I want to be looking at my hands when I go down. So I'm going to inhale, pull straight up. My left hand's going to drop down that left side, and it's going to drop down as low as I can, but I'm still looking straight up. at my right hand. I'm going to inhale, pull up in the middle. Same thing other side. Notice my hands on the inside of that leg. That kind of gives me that stability again. I'm not coming out of this chair. My knees are in good position with my heels. And I've got this little bracing here. Again, that hand position is very important. Do not airplane. That puts too much torque on that shoulder next 50. Don't do it. And this is a great neck position here. Look up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Big inhale. Exhale. Let's do a little more up and down, big pull. And exhale. And we always finish with that double pull. Straighten out those bones. Get tall. Bring it down a little bit. Deep sigh. Inhale. Pull. Remember, that's a neurological response when you're sighing. It triggers a relaxation throughout the body. Inhale, pull. Inhale, pull. Wow, great workout, great leg day. So the legs might be a little bit sore today, maybe later in the evening, maybe tomorrow. If not, you weren't working out as hard as you thought you were. That's always a good indication. We always have that delayed onset muscular stress, DOMS, which means that you're sore after a workout routine the day after. So if you're not sore after this routine, if you're not feeling it in those legs, then again, do the video again and work a little bit harder. Really push towards your edge next 50. As always, thank you for joining me. I want you to have a fabulous day, and as always, remain happy, healthy,